let's talk about my story. I've been holding this story back for a while now, but now I'm going to Hawaii, so um, I figured that it would be better if I do this before I go to Hawaii. My story was that originally I was born and raised in China, Beijing, China. I grew up in a really just like average primary school. So, but in the Chinese primary school, everyone was friends with everyone. Like there wasn't really like any judgmental. It was like nobody really judged me, and I was friends with everyone. So I was kind of like normal and average. And then until when I was 12, when I was 12, my parents decided that I was going to come to Canada for high school. Before I came to Canada, my parents kind of just like told me a lot of stories about white people, about like how, oh, you know what, they're going to judge me because I'm Asian. They're going to, because Asians, Chinese people drive the house market up, right? So my parents told me that white people think that we're here to steal their land. I mean, it's not even their land, it belongs to the First Nation, but whatever. So when I came to Canada, I already had an idea of like what white people was gonna be like, you know. And then when I got into high school, sure enough, people were judgmental. So that kind of like clicked into my mind of like what Westerners, like what Canadians are gonna be like. And I was naturally a really shy person, so I stopped talking. I didn't talk that much. When I came to high school, initially I made a few friends when I was in ESL, but I got out of ESL in grade 10, so after 2 years. And the previous friends that I made through ESL, most of them graduated or transferred. And the people in ESL stands for English Second Language, if you guys didn't know what it is. The people in ESL got replaced by a new generation of like newcomers, and I didn't know any of those. And the people that I knew transferred. So me being, although I was really shy, but I kind of knew that my English, like I had little accent speaking English, so it's really easy to misidentify me as like a person who was born in Canada, like as a person who fits in to the community, to the Western community, I guess. Because the school that I went to, it was dominated by like white people. There was like other races, but like the majority, the people, like 90% of the people spoke English. So high school people being so judgmental, you just want to fit in to the majority of the people, right? So I wanted to fit into the English speaking community, and I thought that was my chance, you know, because the previous my friends transferred, and then the newcomers, I don't know them. So yeah, why not just try to join the English speaking community? So that's what I decided to do. And long story short, the English community didn't really accept me because of a couple of reasons. First one is high school. People already know each other back in primary school, so it's really difficult for them to accept new people, newcomers, you know. And the second one, it's just the system, man. Like you have, say, English class with this person, you have math with the other one, so you don't see any of them like 24/7. It's not like primary school where you make friends easily. Like now you like see this person every other day. It's more difficult to make friends. The third reason was because I am a newcomer to Canada. Like I am an immigrant, and although my accent is like a lot less than most other immigrants, people still identify me as an immigrant, and some of them judge immigrants. I just said immigrant a lot, but yes. So I got judged a lot, and yeah, I didn't really fit in. Like, I tried to fit into the community, the English-speaking community a few times, didn't work out. And I didn't really want to go back to the Chinese-speaking community because deep down inside, I wanted to improve. I wanted to become more than I was yesterday. So I didn't really, I kind of like saw what the Chinese community was doing. Most of them were connect to each other by playing video games. I was addicted to video games as well, but I didn't really want to admit it. But yeah, so I didn't really like their lifestyle, and I was just by myself. I was just staying alone by myself all the time, and it went on for 3 years. So in the 3 years, I didn't really socialize that much. I talked less and less, which gave me a stutter, and the stutter became worse and worse. But despite my circumstances, deep down, I always knew that I was meant for much more. Because look at me, I'm 6'1", I'm handsome, and I'm fit. So my ego always tells me that, oh, you know what, you gotta be the alpha male. Like, you're supposed to have a lot of ladies. You're supposed to have this, you're supposed to have that. You're supposed to have friendship. But I didn't have any of that, and sometimes I kind of just like acted as if I had, just like pretend to be something that I'm not. And it was just like being untruthful to myself. And my stutter became really bad at one point. Like, as I talk less and less, and I just started to avoid it because I didn't want other people to know that I had a stutter. And in high school, you get judged, right? So, and that became worse. The stutter went on. The avoiding became a habit. And as you know, what is in motion stays in motion. So as I avoided my stutter more often, it became the way to go whenever I encountered a word. So people would see a problem with the way that I communicated. For example, if you see someone that communicates like this: hello there, my name is Jordan. The name is Jordan. Yeah. It's obvious that I avoided saying the word my because I was gonna stutter on it. So people thought the way that I would communicate was weird, and then they judged me. So I hid my stutter even more. Sometimes I wouldn't even communicate for days. I never wanted to go back to the Chinese community, and I got judged a lot by other people, by people who actually had friends, because I didn't have any. I got judged a lot, and when you have so much negativity built up inside of you, you start judging other people as well. So I was looking at people, and I just think like, oh yeah, this guy's fat, he's short, this girl, her tits are so small, or whatever. Because if you really think about it, I know my circumstances were bad, but like, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I'm tall and I'm handsome, I'm good at PE. So like, there are a lot of qualities about other people that I can judge on. So I just like try to find everyone or anyone who has bad circumstances, and I just try to judge them to make myself feel better. It was really negative. It was kind of like a cycle of judging other people, making less friends as a result, and talking less because I made less friends, and my stutter became more severe. I got judged more, and I judged other people more. It was just like a cycle. Deep down inside of me, because the six human fundamental needs, one of them is love and connection, right? Because if you're a human being, then you have to have some friends. You have to have some love and connection one way or another. At that time, I didn't have any friends. I didn't communicate to anyone in my school. And I even started to judge my parents, because I judged them because they were my parents and they were Chinese and they came from China. I judged my dad's bad English. I judged the fact that he couldn't even communicate to a lot of people. He had difficulty because his English was bad. And I judged my mom because she tried to fit in as well. It was just, I didn't really like it. I judged my ancestry. I didn't accept myself. I wasn't truthful to myself. I didn't like any of it. Like, I didn't talk to my parents a lot. When I come home, I had a routine of just play video games. And when my parents find out, I just play when they're not home. And I also study a little bit because, there's nothing else to do, so I just kind of have to study. And plus, I was forced by my parents. So